Yo, what is good YouTube? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are back with more Ace Attorney investigations. Today we are diving back into the second part of the third case of this game, where we are interacting with the mascot of the police station. I don't know if you remember, I forgot its name, so I'm not gonna lie to you, but we ended up going to this warehouse to try to get back our mentor, or our, you know, close friend or acquaintance's son who was kidnapped, but we ended up getting kidnapped ourselves and stuck with a female ninja. So I'm believing she's going to be our next assistant, sort of in the vein of Maya or Gumshoe in the beginning part of these cases, or Rhoda in the last case. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, as per usual, if you're ready, then so am I. Let's get into it. So we technically didn't get very far, or at least not complete the full chapter. Depending on how this goes, we may just need to you know, combine this with the last round that we did of this playing, but we'll see. So what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get going. Hey, you there! Oh, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? Oh, hold on. He needs like a scruffier voice. He kind of looks very like stoic, like he pulled up ready to accomplish some work, some police work. Let's double that back real quick. I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off this investigation. You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way. I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go. Dang, they dragged my man's off. They literally dragged him off the case. That's crazy. Look at old man back there counting his dough. Ah, I respect the hustle. Well, that was exciting. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on. I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. And like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way. You shouldn't speak so highly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever. You win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Yeah, good work. Yeah, that might be the move. All right, let's go talk. We already talked to all these people. Let's go talk to him again, or him, because I think we haven't. Okay, I guess we have. Okay, well, what now? Let me pass. Nope. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So then, can we talk to this guy again? Why did it just freeze? Oh, it's creepy. Okay. Hey, it's the blue badger. Badger, get! Why is it skipping, bro? This game does this so often. I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. Bro, answer the question. I don't have time for you to be dancing and saluting. He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again. Daha! What? Oh my gosh, it's bro. Yeah, I know exactly who this is, bro. Y'all remember in the case, Rise from the Ashes? He was the police officer, the Boy Scout dude. He was like really loud. Nah, you've uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was to remain under that head, sir. Aren't you Officer Meekins? There it is. Officer Meekins. Sir, Mike Meekins, reporting for duty, sir. This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. Yeah. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in the courtroom once before. I was so upset when we unmasked him. Does he have something to hide? Okay. Mike Meekins. Mike Meekins. Okay, let's talk, Mike. Michael Meekins. A bro is so derpy. Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making a detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got there, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. Yeah, you can keep your trademark of joy to yourself. Don't spread anything. We already got hantavirus in these streets. It would seem that some people never change. The Blue Badger. Yo, Ice, what's good, bro? So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep up the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer. Officer, see what I did there? On the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactic. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor. Any clues? How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir! Wait, what did I just say? I missed it. Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. Okay. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping. Okay. But however, sir. Oops, my fault. There we go. I must tell you, I didn't see a single thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, but I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time. And getting into it, too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. About an hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir, a lone Blue Badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts. Didn't he just say I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, but I did see a badger, sir, a lone Blue Badger. I was wearing this costume. I've been playing the Blue Badger and getting into it too. Okay, so he's saying that he didn't see anyone, but he saw a badger. Like what? Okay, the very first Blue Badger keeps the peace. The next one, the park. There's only one of each badger in the park. And yeah, and you're the Blue Badger. So let's talk about that. Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir, if that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw the Blue Badger, correct? And yet, if you look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Sorry, I'm trying to set the game on Twitch. I forgot to do that. Which means that as long as you are the Blue Badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another Blue Badger wandering the premises. What, sir? Then what would that mean? Then that would mean that there are 2 Blue Badgers walking around, but why? Nefarious actions. Per chance. Let's actually present that to him. No, stop. I'm not trying to talk to you right now. I don't need to talk to you right now. Go back. We need to talk to Meekins. It's just something else that we need to talk to him about. We need to present. Let's try presenting the Drip drop by little our privacy is being sold off to the public through this, sir. What? But that means I need to work extra hard on my cute poses. What are you talking about? Oh, like what? Like this! Great, now I know what your new pose will be, and now I know what your new pose will be. Look, sir, I've successfully stolen this pose in speaking style, sir. That's nice, Kay. Yeah, I don't know. This interaction's interesting. Let's see, map and explanation of park attractions. Okay, so let's maybe present this to him. Maybe he can tell us about this. Sir, I'm undercover as Blue Badger now, sir. I must pretend to not know it. Okay. Didn't know anything about it. Sir, you have a copy of the Blue Badger Bible too, sir? The Triple B? That was written by experts on the Badger family, sir, and it's very, very thorough. It doesn't matter that I was made the Blue Badger only a little while ago, sir. That book helped me memorize every name of every Badger, sir. It's not that hard to remember. 4 incredibly obvious names. Meekins, what a man. Yeah, I was like, recognize him immediately. I was like, hey, Rise from the Ashes case. It's like, it's so random when they have, like, it makes sense for him to be here, but it's so random when they have characters pop up and it's like, oh, bro's back. Or sis is back. Okay. Bad Badger said, sir, I'm undercover as the Blue Badger. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Then there has to be something else. Or actually, wait. Let's try to piece some stuff together. So costumes, second Blue Badger. Something here. Okay, good. A second Blue Badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are a Blue Badger, a Proto Badger, and a Bad Badger. Yes, those 3. So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? The kidnappers stole 3 costumes, a blue, a proto, and a bad badger. And a bad badger. A bad badger. Okay. Oh my gosh, it froze again. If it does that again, I'm gonna have to restart, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, is there anything else that we can... Okay, kidnappers stole 3. Maybe we could talk to him about this? Okay, he doesn't know anything about it. Okay, maybe we could talk to an investigator? Nah. Ain't gonna let us. Let's look at this. Where's the pin on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme? It looks so lifelike, don't you think? Or lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure, come on. I know you can sweet talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. I mean, he's not wrong. Okay, so we have the information. Let's go back and see if anything else unlocked around here. That's a cat. We already looked at all the signpost stuff. Okay, let's see if we can talk to him. Probably not about this. Okay. Yeah, I figured. Nothing really important to talk about there. Alright, there's something else we got it. Let's see if we can talk to him about anything else, or maybe present something. We can't present profiles, right? No, cannot. Mike Meekins. So we already tried that. Maybe if we show him the prosecutor's badge. Sir, it's so incredibly shiny, but it has really ugly shape. I knew it. I was right to go for the more manly police badge, sir. But I lose it a lot. And I just know I'm going to lose it for real one of these days, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, I think this cop is 1 donut short of a baker's dozen. I know. Believe me. I know. Okay. So did I show... So I already showed him that. This... Did I show him the Bad Badger's head? Okay. I was wondering if we actually ran through everything. Okay. And then we already showed him the Bible. That's how we got to this, and then yeah, I already showed him this. Okay. Let's try talking to Kay. Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm like, did it again. Maybe if I hit spacebar. Spacebar worked last time. There's like something I have to... There we go. T, that's what it is. T, not spacebar. Okay, the kidnapping. Okay, what do you think about the kidnapping? Well, I don't know anything about the victim, so actually I was hoping you could tell me. Ah, that's right. I never did explain the situation to you. I got involved because of a phone call I received. It was from none other. It was from none other than the director of the Amano Group, Mr. Ernesto Amano. Or Amano. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped, and he wanted me to be the drop-off man. Little did I suspect that I would be abducted myself. And that's when I found you tied to a pole screaming, "Nyah!" I'm gonna go turn the fan on. It's hot up in here. Let me get some air circulating up in this joint. Alright. Okay. Can you please drop that already? We'll say that talking to the partner is never needed for suppression. Okay. Got you. Interesting. I mean, that was like that in the Easter games too, although the dialogue is cool. Yeah, you get some nice little tidbits here and there. Okay, well, that's enough though, at the very least. Okay, did we ever... Okay, we never examined these footprints. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just passing rain. That's why the ground was already pretty much already dried up. I should be thankful. And left us some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we followed them, we could find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'll be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it will be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. We don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. If we only knew what kind of shoes the kidnapper was wearing. Those kind of look like blue badger, like paws, bro. They kind of look like blue badger paws. Let's try to connect these two things together. Yeah, I'm like, now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. Right. Okay. So wait, we never looked at these tracks. It's a set of tire tracks originating from the garage. Ah, so that means a car left from the garage at some point, right? Correct, but for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation why these tracks are made of mud. 3 treads. Then we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. A special type of car. Interesting. It's a tricycle. It's a car modeled after a tricycle. Why does it... Okay, it still didn't check mark. Oh, wait. I missed all that. 3 treads. Alright, no, so make a costume. Hey, I found them. There are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This says walking off to the west. It just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Okay. And that leads... Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth. Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I got him. I got one of the culprits. Ah, no! I'm not a kidnapper, sir. Mike Meekins. Professional kidnapper. Down, K. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage. Sir! Roger Wilco, sir! What? Roger Wilco? Go back. Okay, let's open this joint up. Let's open the shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Okay. Ah! Oh, that's a dead man. Oh! 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 What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Amano, are you saying this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed. Why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I better investigate this crime too quickly before Agent Langer and his men return. Kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage, right to a dead body. Is it possible that one of the kidnappers now is a victim? Okay, following kidnapper's prints led us to a body who was a victim in a costume. Hold on. I'm gonna get a thumbnail. From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Okay. The victim is Oliver Deacon. It seems he was shot dead. Preliminary findings data jotted down in my organizer. You sure are calm for someone who just found a body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and then one near his shoulder is the exit wound. So he was shot from an angle. Nice! I knew you could figure it out! It comes with experience, and I've seen my fair share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. Okay, and his abdomen exits through his shoulder. Good looks. Okay, now for the necklace. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice. It is worth something after all. Oh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Deveray. It's a name. Colin Deveray. This man's name is... Ooh, okay. So wait. It says, oh, let's finish examining and then we'll deduce. So far there's nothing else to deduce. Looks like it's just, I was thinking maybe he had something in his hand, but I don't know. It looks clean to me. Looks clean to me. Let's try to deduce. Victim following kidnapper's prints led us to a body. Was the victim in a costume? Okay, maybe we need to talk to bro again. Yeah, maybe we need to go talk to the guy. Yeah, this guy. Mr. Amano, this body. Yes, that's my butler, Oliver. How could something like this have happened? Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I was hoping maybe we'd be able to, like, talk about it a little. Let's investigate the car. What a peculiar car. Yeah, from the look of it, it must be the Blue Badger mobile. And it has 3 tires, so maybe it left those tire tracks behind? That car is not swaggy in the slightest. Oh, but that does have 3 wheels, so it is modeled after a trike. That's simply not possible. Huh? Why? Take a look at the tires. There's no mud stuck to them. Therefore, it must have been here since before it started to rain. Oh, gotcha! Good eye! It's a shame I don't see any other clues around. Okay. Anything else to observe? We didn't even pick up the trike. The trike car is the clue. Okay. Interesting. Let me look over at... So we need to... So it says victim is Oliver Deacon. Bullet through the... Okay. Let's try talking to Meekins. I doubt he's gonna have anything for us, but good to cover our bases. Yeah. So he's not gonna... So is... I'm assuming he's probably not gonna let us talk to... Like, actually have a conversation with him. Yeah. Disappointing. Okay, let's go back. Okay. So he says... I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. So let's scoot it over every bit of his body. So we do know it's already on his arm. He's on the parking space. I messed up. He's on the parking space. Nothing. I can't see anything else. Okay, now let's try to deduce, I guess. Oh, wait. It's about the evidence. That's what it is. Okay, let's review our evidence. There's only one of each badger in the park. Map and explanation of park attractions listed. Book detailing info on the Badger family. Okay. Kidnapper stole 3 costume, a blue, a proto, and a bad badger. Okay. Take a picture of every member of the Badger family and receive a prize. Only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. Best of luck. Okay. Look at this. So he's on the pink space. The pink badger's thing is still here. Her costume is still here. So that's one thing of note, or one thing to note. Costume separate head and body. This is left in the isolation room. Okay, ally just a piece. Okay, the bad badger has a gun. Okay, that's what we need to connect it with, the blue badger Bible. Deduce! This spots some the evidence I hold. Present! Eureka! This evidence, this piece of evidence alone solves the whole case. Really? You think so? No, I guess not. Okay, might be on the right track here at least. Looking at this, or sorry, looking at this, he has a gun. But we need to, there's probably another way we need to connect that. Let's try the head. Okay. It does not. Okay, so the next thing I think of is the parking space. But he's not. What about the horse? Let's actually take a look at that part, because there's a horse thing that we're missing too. It's a mysterious aspect of the case. Maybe one of these is wearing one? Nope. Let's see. Receive a prize. We don't know what the prize is, so we can't connect it to that. Oliver Deacon, time of death, pending autopsy. The pernilian finds indicate lost blood from gunshot wound, entry point lower right abdomen, exit point right shoulder. Despite the fact that the final bullet was including the body, there is very little blood at the site where the body was found. Okay, let's try the stolen costumes. Okay, that's not it either. I'm trying to think of one thing. So, Wild Wild West, Stadium, Haunted House. This has nothing to do with it whatsoever. Book detailing info. So it says bad badger, criminal, vile criminal with a gun. This is where my mind first jumps. If you remember, or if I remember correctly, which I may be wrong, but it could be the wound area. That's what I was thinking. And maybe I did that one down there. So maybe it's just I had to click on a different one. One could be the wound area. Right abdomen and right shoulder. Okay, so is it the autopsy report maybe? Okay, maybe not. What in the world? There's only one of each Badger Park. Try to get the whole Badger family. Said Oliver Deacon. We haven't tried the head on it. Nope. What in the world? I might be missing something. I mean, I don't have any extra details to be able to piece stuff together either. Oliver Deacon, bullet entered his abdomen and exited through his shoulder. Caused him to separate into head and body. This head was left in the isolation room. The kidnapper stole 3 costumes, a blue, a proto, and a bad badger. I don't know. We might have to... Nope. Also, it's on autoplay. Let me see, I've already shown him all this stuff. Like, even showing him this just, yeah. Has to be something I'm missing here. Have I just not inspected everything, maybe? Click on this again. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in the abdomen and one of his shoulder. That means he was shot twice. No, I don't think so. I think that is abdominal one is an entry wound, while the one in your shoulder is the exit wound. Nice, so you can figure it out. It comes with experience in the crime scene. Speaking of experience, this crime scene is a bit too clean for a murder. Okay. So, I mean, it has to do something with the amount of blood? Was there blood in this one? No, I mean, I've already, maybe the map? That's the only thing I have not tried yet, but I can't think of why that would be the piece of evidence. What in the world? I'm lost. Lost in the sauce. And you just say pendant. Looks like a horse pendant. Hold on, this made silver. Colin Deveray. But this man's name is Deduce. Colin Deveray? Is it the prize? Deduce. Am I just supposed to click him being the blue badger? Blue badger, biocriminal with a gun. Unique. Can't present profiles. Can never sell 3 costumes, a blue proto and a bad badger costume. Nothing particularly special about this. You have the right area. Okay, so it's his necklace. There's only one of each. Badger, if I try to get the whole Badger family. I just tried the prize. And the head? Dude, I'm very lost in the sauce right now. Very lost in the sauce right now. Pink bow keeps the peace. The first badger, a vile criminal with a gun. Pink bow. Is there anywhere with a horse on here? I see the horse right there. That was probably the last, yeah. Restart. No way. Looks like you found something interesting. I'm done being one step behind, so if you would kindly remove yourself. But it was I who discovered the body first. I should be allowed to participate in. I'm the one with the authority to investigate, so go back to the courtroom, Mr. Prosecutor. Don't be afraid to game over. I can't believe this. Do you know how I'm glad I did it? Because do you know how long I would have probably spent just walking around talking to people the entire time? Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Or was it? Oh. Okay, I thought it was intentional. Okay, we're good. I was about to say, was I supposed to lose? Okay. Okay, so this is the right spot. So we need to figure out, so he has the necklace on, but what does this necklace connect to? I see the hat in that picture. And in this one, preliminary indicate blood, gunshot wound, joint, despite the fact the final blood wound, there's very little blood at the site where the body was found. Okay, we have that information, don't know how that helps us. I mean, have we done that yet? There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Deveray. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Mr. Deacon's pendant data jotted down in my organizer. It's shaped like a horse. Colin Deveray is engraved on the back. Okay, investigation complete. Lance! Lance! Where are you, sweetie? Who the heck is this? Excuse me, but you are... Why are you wearing a ring pop? Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but you might be a friend of... but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. His girlfriend? Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. Well, we haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know who she reminds me of? A cartoon character. May I inquire as to why you were here? Let me also get that thumbnail for you to sit on the side on the right to whatever is happening in the middle of the thumbnail. Probably not though, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna use chamomile a lot more than I did. I think I only used her in the final thumbnail. I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance! I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Hold it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here, bro, go again. My men brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing around here. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. Now take it from here. That guy's really dead. Hey, boys! You waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now! Suspect? Who? Meekins? The Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What? No, sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I'll leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Or to you prosecutors, it's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest a suspicious person after suspicious person. Wow, you're bad at your job. Like, horribly bad at your job. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. That's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I don't allow such thing to go unchecked before my eyes. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. Yikes. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. Actually, Aura. That's actually Aura. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Ji says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give you beloved laws a fair shake. Now I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. Oh, here we go. Alright, our first back and forth. Let's get it done. Shilong Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? Okay, yep, instantly, Edgeworth met himself from his past. No, for real. That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as far as the detainment philosophy is, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Ji. You'd think I'd have heard of him in his teachings if he's that famous. Okay. Walks up, hands with a scroll, and just, okay. Aura. Lang Ji developed it as he worked. He didn't have to say anything, that's the thing. Lang Ji developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhangfa police still trains its recruits using its philosophies. But thousands of years ago, that makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to the test? Okay. Rebuttal. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say you were shot in a single shot. With your current gun laws, oops, that's my fault. Go back. I double clicked. Okay. It's not exactly easy to get a gun, not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? Yeah, you're wrong. Objection! That statement just now stands to contradict this piece of evidence. Okay. Wrong statement. I know that has to be it. If it's not, I'll be upset. Because he literally is allowed to have a gun, so it has to be just a wrong statement. Has to be this. Objection! Agent Lang, about this piece of... Oh my gosh. Lang Ji says, confidence is like a soul, and words without confidence are but empty shells. You shouldn't waste your breath on words you have no confidence in, Mr. Prosecutor. Although it's just bad to say something in full confidence to be wrong. How? Let's just press. Maybe we gotta press. Maybe I jumped the gun. Okay. Press. So what can you tell me? What can you tell me about the body? A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy. Oh, then you wouldn't mind telling me a little bit of what you figured out, correct? Hold it! Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion. Lane Duha, I mean, bro, he didn't have to say a word to his assistant. She just pulled up with the scroll, then fell back, and without any words exchanged. Peh, don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Oh my gosh, there she goes again. Lang Ji says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? Okay, with your gun laws, it would appear you studied a bit of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that Shinha! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it, the Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information. Not unless you remember of law enforcement like Officer Meekins. Isn't that right? If that's the case, then there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey, you, show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun! What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling. And spit it out already. Sir. I lost my gun, sir! Meekins. How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the only one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in his garage and killed him here with his gun. Okay. Let's check our evidence. Shaped like a horse. Ambushed him. Okay, so number one is that we did find that it was weird that there wasn't a pool of blood here. How could he have shot him? Entered his abdomen through his shoulder. The fact that the final bullet went through the mother's very little blood inside was about it was found. That's number one thought. Number two, the kidnapper stole 3 costumes, a blue, a proto, and a bad badger. There's only 1 of each badger in the park. I'm just making sure I sort through all my evidence. Head was left in the isolation room, book detailing the whole family. And then there's nothing else here talking about. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's go back and let's select that. Okay, I think we got it. Good stuff. Good work. Yes. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself, and while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Ah! Bro, why'd you go into a Street Fighter pose? Relax. So did you notice that you did notice that there was too little blood? Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Aura. Nah. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that the officer was hanging around here in the first place? Weird. How so? Hey you, your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? I. Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. But sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligation so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir! Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir! Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you two! I mean, I gotta know the facts, Meeks. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the blue Badgermobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. Okay. What is this blue Badgermobile? It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the blue Badgermobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Okay. Blue Badgermobile data jotted down in my organizer. Sir, I swear I was chasing kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. He seems rather worked up. I missed that. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir! Roger, sir! He ain't gonna do it. Okay, the rebuttal. Y'all ready? It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. Well, let's just press everything. Hold it! Alright, then. Where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. You must be in the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. Press. Okay, describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you're dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir. So, I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badgermobile, sir. Okay, what exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir, the Blue Badgermobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am, like innocent drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badgermobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. And what do you mean by this? Okay, you completely forgot to look for the kidnappers? No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at forcing these, good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir. Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir. Okay. Before I knew it, I found myself in this area, sir. Okay. How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it, bro, you're like 7 foot tall. Why are you worried about a kid's drop kick? What, you care about your shins that much? The good old drop kick. I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir, that's right, sir. That's not something you should be admitting with your head held high, officer. Sounds like he may simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there is one flaw in Officer Mika's story, but I have the feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. Okay, so it's true, I was assigned to this area. I was told to check every square inch to the main gate. Okay, so he was told to check every square inch to the main gate. Also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badgermobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. So one thing that does come up in the Blue Badgermobile, it's in here. So if he was in the Blue Badgermobile, he would have came across the dead body, unless this was placed after he parked. But how is that possible? Let's look at the map. So he was supposed to be at the main gate. He ended up at the Wild Wild West. It's not really a riddle or anything. That's literally just how it is. Back. Okay, so now that we know that part, book detailing info on the whole Badger family. Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that I can think of. The car.
Objection!
Good work. Good work. Good work. My bad, phone just died. No worries, bro. Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir, I'm lying, sir? Yes, you are. If you're really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badgermobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside of the garage? Nah! Actually, I just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized that the Blue Badgermobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen? And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Not so fast. A likely story. Who do you think is gonna buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen is completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume, the car was used alright to move the dead body. What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins, and then you used the Blue Badgermobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me, sir. The killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir. Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth schmooth. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of the prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish fool. Ooh, okay. I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey, now let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. What? Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight, if you don't. I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. I'm not gonna lie, he kinda got aura. He kinda making me mad about it though. Yeah. He making me mad about it though. He does have aura. Save progress. Okay, everybody, that'll do it for the video today. Couple of thoughts so far. Interesting developments. We have been reintroduced to Mike Meekins. Meekins from the Rise from the Ashes case with Gant, one of the best cases in all of Ace Attorney so far, in my very humble opinion. We're learning some details. The fact the butler was actually named somebody else, or could be named someone else, as the necklace indicates. And he was murdered in the garage right out here, where we're able to track down some clues such as the tracks for the car, and with Meekins being our #1 suspect. So I'm interested to see how this develops, but that will be saved for the next time. I hope you guys did enjoy that. If you did, please make sure to hit that like and the subscribe button as always. And if you are new, hit that alert bell notification as well, so you always get notified of when I post a new video or when I go live. You can also join the Discord in the description below. You can join that and also be notified through there as well. So any device that you have Discord on, you'll be notified of any videos that I post. If you don't want to do that, no worries. You can also leave a comment in the comment section below if you want to chat there. You can also chat in the Discord as well, I forgot to mention. But if you don't want to do that, you can chat in the comment section, and I'll happily answer. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for today. Again, I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace, y'all.